All right, welcome to another edition of Rose on the Road. We are out here in Washington, D.C. again in early May with 19 bankers as part of ICBA WBA's Capital Summit. So with me is Brooke Frehse from Stephenson National Bank Trust and Paul Northway from American Bank Fox Cities. And Brooke, I want to talk to you for a minute first. You're the advocacy officer for the bank. Obviously very active at your bank and trying to encourage your peers to get involved. This is your fourth or fifth time out in DC. What is it that's important to you about advocacy, and what's your message to your peers to get involved?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that if we don't come and tell our story and make our message known, somebody else will. So we need to make sure that they understand what banks are facing and how that impacts our communities, because we all are all about our communities.
Well, exactly. And this affects, policy legislation affects your job and your bank. And
Absolutely.
It's all about making sure we get what's right for the industry at this point in time. Paul, as a brand new person to DC, coming on a DC trip here, what has been really the most interesting or impactful for you so far as we've had a morning full of Hill visits?
Sure. Well, interesting, I think it's just been spending time with bankers from all over the state, all over the country, realizing how aligned we all are with the things that are important to us. I think the biggest thing too, what's most important about these trips, and Brooke already alluded to it, is making sure that our story is heard and that our voice is heard. And then the beauty of this town is that we get to visit with our congressman and share that story and share what's important to the banking industry, and specifically in this case, community banking. So it's been a great experience.
Yeah, and I encourage all of you to come out. We come out twice a year in the spring and once in the fall for a regulatory trip. So if you haven't joined us on one, I do encourage you to come out. And we've got an afternoon yet still of some Hill visits, so we have a little more work to do for the industry, but always important to come out and advocate, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Well, thank you both very much for your time. Thank you so much for taking time out of your work days to come out here. And thanks to all of the 19 bankers who are joining us on this trip.